Goeiemiddag graad 10, soos julle hoor, reën het lekker buite, maar het keer ons nie om wiskunde te doen nie. Rainy weather is the best weather to do maths, so listen carefully. We're going to do algebra today and we've done equalities, so now we're going to go on to inequalities, ongelykhede. Ongelykhede sê minus 5 is kleiner as 3. Minus 5 is smaller than 3. If I add 2 on both sides, then it still be smaller than. Look at this. Minus 3, if I add 2 to that side, is still smaller than 5. If I add 2 to that side. So it still will be true. Let's see if we subtract what happens. When we subtract minus 2 on both sides, it's still true because minus 7 is still smaller than 1. So when you do the same thing on both sides of an inequality, it will still be true. As ons presies dieselfde ding doen aan beide kante van 'n ongelykhede, sal dit steeds waar bly. Behalwe as ons maal met 'n negatiewe getal. This is very important. As ons maal of deel met 'n negatiewe getal, draai my ongelykheid om. If I multiply or divide with a negative, my inequality will switch to the other inequality. Look at the example and listen carefully. 2x is greater than minus 6. To get the x alone, as we've done with equalities, soos wat ons gedoen het by oplos van vergelykings, gaan ons deel met 2 aan beide kante. As ek deel met 2 aan beide kante, deel ek met 'n positief. So my ongelykheid bly presies soos wat hy daar is. So x is groter as minus 6 gedeel deur 2 is minus 3. Sien hoe bly my ongelykheid presies dieselfde. If I draw a picture of this on a number line, look at this. There's my number line. I've got a minus 3 over there. Ek gebruik 'n oop kolletjie want daar's nie 'n is gelyk aan by my ongelykheid nie. En groter as 3 is na die groter kant toe van die is gelyk aan, van die getalle lyn, the positive side, and it goes that way. That's my picture solution, my prentjie oplossing, my getalle lyn oplossing. Kom ons doen hierdie een. Wees nou baie versigtig. Graad 10s, as ek gaan deel met 'n negatief, het juffrou gesê, pas op, jou ongelykheid moet dadelik omdraai. So I can't divide with minus 2 on both sides and leave the inequality like that. I must rewrite it. Kyk wat doen juffrou. Ek gaan oorskryf minus 2x gedeel deur minus 2. Wanneer ek dit doen, dan word hierdie groter as onmiddellik 'n kleiner as. En dan kan ek aan die ander kant ook gaan deel met minus 2. Kan julle sien hoekom juffrou nie dadelik soos daar gaan deel het nie, want ek mag nie die ongelykheid so los. The moment when I divide, the inequality switches to the other one. And now I can say x is smaller than 3. Very, very important. My number line solution will then be 3. There's no equals 2, so it's an open dot, and it goes to the smaller side, the negative side. See? Very important when I'm dividing or multiplying with a negative. Let's look at this one. I first got to multiply out the brackets. So I'm going to do this. You can't put the equals to there because we are busy with inequalities. 4 times 2x gives me 8x. 4 times minus 1 gives me minus 4. Greater than 5x plus 2. Get the x's on the one side of the equals 2. That then becomes a negative. The inequality stays exactly as it is. Hoekom verander hy nie? Want ek deel nie of ek maal nie met 'n minus nie. So the 4 goes to the other side. A minus becomes a plus. Nou het ek 3x, want 8x minus 5x is 3x, is groter as 6. I'm dividing with a positive now. So the inequality stays like it is. So I can simply divide and x is greater than 2. See the picture solution? Number line 2. Open dot because there's no equals 2 over there, and it goes to the greater side because it's greater than, groter as. Niks het omgedraai. Hier het ek 'n breek en met 'n breek graad 10 het juffrou julle geleer om kruisvermenigvuldiging te doen. So kom as ons hier 'n breek het, sit ons die ander kant ook op 'n breek. En ons doen kruisvermenigvuldiging om van die breek ontslae te raak. So we're going to take the 2x minus 1 times 1, put the constant in front. The inequality stays like that. I didn't divide or multiply with a negative, so it's 3 times 2x plus 1. Now I'm going to multiply it out. Distributive law, 2x minus 1 greater or equals to 6x. 3 maal 2x is 6x plus 3. Distributive wet. I'm going to get my x's alone on the one side. So I bring the 6 to the other side. It becomes a minus. Take the 1 to the other side, it becomes a plus. So minus 4x greater or equals to 4. Now, to get the x alone, I'm going to divide with minus 4. But be careful, I can't do it there. So if I do it there, I must immediately switch that inequality to a smaller than equals to. Immediately. You may not use Tipex Gr10, so you must rewrite it. So ek deel met minus 4 aan albei kante en daarom is x dan kleiner of gelyk aan minus 1. If I draw a picture of it, then I've got a minus 1. Now it's a colored dot. Hoekom? Want daar is gelyk aan by na die kleiner kantjie toe, die negatiewe kant toe. And that's my picture solution of this inequality. 2 more examples, then we're done. Then you can go and practice your inequalities at home this evening. grade 10s, if you look at these two examples, you can see that there's two inequalities. Daar is twee ongelykhede. So ek gaan eers fokus op my middeldeel, want dit is waar my x is. Sien julle my middeldeel? So the loose part of this mid part is the -1. Dis my los arm. So ek kan eers van hom ontslaa raak. Hoe kan ek van hom ontslaa raak? I can get rid of this -1 by plussing 1 on all three sides. Kyk wat doen juffrou. Ek tel plus 1 in die middel by en aan al twee die kante. So let's rewrite it. Because I added 1, the inequality stays exactly as it is. So I've got now 3x, because -1 plus 1 gives me 0, 5 plus 1 gives me 6, en -3 plus 1 gee my -2. Nou gaan juffrou deel met 3, want ek wil die x alleen hê. Wat ek in die middel doen, moet ek aan al die kante ook doen, en omdat ek deel met 'n positief, ruil die ongelykhede nie om nie. So now I've got x, there I've got 2, and there I've got -2 on 3. If I draw that on a number line, I've got -2/3, I've got 2 met ook kolletjies, want daar's nie is gelykans by nie, en omdat my voelbekkies almal daai kant toe, walk like an Egyptian, all to the one side doing the same thing, it's in the middle x, so my lyntjie is in die middel. In the middle, because it's smaller than. Let's do this one. Let's look at the middle parts. I've got a 3. To get rid of that loose 3, I'm going to deduct 3 from the middle part. Ek gaan 3 minus. Daar gaan ek minus en daar gaan ek 3 minus. I do the same thing everywhere. So 3 minus 3 gives me 0. So I've got -1/2 x in the middle. Dan het ek -2 minus 3. Dit gee vir my -5. En ek het 5 minus 3. Dit gee vir my 2. Now, be careful. I've got to divide by a negative. So I've got to rewrite it before I divide. Rewrite. Divide. I'm dividing all over the place, want wat ek aan die middel doen, moet ek aan die twee kante ook doen. En wanneer ek gaan deel met 'n negatief, then this is now wrong. So I have to write it as the switch inequalities. So it goes a greater than instead of a smaller than. Greater and equals than instead of a smaller than equal. Don't use the same inequality when you divide by a negative. Now, a minus divided by a minus cancels, that cancels, and that stays a minus. So I've got 5 divided by half, I multiply with the reciprocal. The halves cancels, x alone in the middle now. I'm multiplying with the reciprocal if I divide with a fraction. 5 maal 2 is 10 x. En kyk my ongelykhede graad 10, dit het omgeruil, 2 maal min 2 is min 4. Kom ons skryf dit nou van links na regs, want ek is gewoon my ongelykhede walks like an Egyptian. I like it that way. So I'm going to rewrite it as -4, write it from that side. Smaller than, because you are looking now from that side. So it's smaller than x, smaller than 10. If you draw it, you've got a minus 4 and the dot is colored because there is an equals to. And you've got a 10, it's open dot because there's no equals to. And it's in between because I'm walking like an Egyptian. Grade 10, go and practice these. Gaan oefen hierdie ongelykhede, sien julle môre.